Holy shit. In my 21 years of living on this earth, I have never seen such whininess and bitchery from a group of people in a video game on telling others on how they should play the game. Holy Jesus Christ. Dead by Daylight is cooked. Anyway, with that out of the way, hello, welcome to another rant video. I'm going to be talking about Dead by Daylight today and just everything I have an issue with, just or at least more the later things. So, to start things off, the latest 2v8 experience in this balance. As we all know, 2v8 is absolutely just dog shit. It's horrible unless you're playing with a mate, but then even then, when you're playing with your mate, it's just. Ah. They took out the Legion from the latest 2v8 event then a few days ago. They took out the Legion because survivors didn't like having to mend, but they allowed how many abilities for survivors to get out of trouble from the two killers. You have Sprint Burst on Demand, 50% heal, which you have two of those people, they just heal everyone in the circle. Like, less than 20 seconds. You have removing hook states via tonics. You have all of these shitty things, but yet they took out the Legion because he had synergy. Right? So it's like, if you're allowing gens to go that fast in 2v8, well, why not bring Legion back? Oh, you don't find fun? Oh, too bad. Well, killers don't find gen rushing fun. Right. The entire premise of 2v8 is just kind of flawed. Like, you have one less gen when you do the math. You have, like, one less generator, but for every 4 survivors, you have 5, and then you have 5 in 1v4. Then you have, like, 8 or 9 in 2v8. It's just wonked. I mean, it's not right. And then, like I said, you have the classes, which they're all inherently broken. You have the guide. You have just basically everyone that can just do anything at this point. Oh, blast mine the gen. Why not? You know, why not be able to stun the killer for an extra like 8 seconds on the generator? It allows him to get a thing through. You know, that's just how regular blast mine works, guys. Come on. I'm going to be getting ahead of myself there with perks later, but you know, sprint burst just for everyone in the group just zooms away. But you got Hibbly, you got Ernie. No. Sorry, can't slug them, can't do anything. They get up. You can't hook them because they go away. You don't even know where they get hooked at. So you know, 2v8 is just very flawed. Anyway, that clusterfuck of a rant's done for 2v8. Let's go to 1v4 where I can actually be a bit more, how do I say it, sophisticated and intellectual with my point. So back when I started playing DBD again, back in late 2025, I was so surprised about how many base kit things were added to Survivor in 1v4. Like, I remember back when Borrowed Time was a perk that you added on just for endurance, and now you get that for free. You get that for free, you don't have to hold the button when you get slugged for free, you get anti-camp, proxy camps, you get everything as Survivor now. And, you know, they're still bad. Nah, not bad, but it's like, it's just so unfair towards Killer. And I actually just watched the latest VHS video, you know, VHS Ghostface main guy. And I didn't even know that Behavior intentionally upped up the pallets to 24 per map now, or something along those lines. Basically, I knew that there were a lot more pallets added in, but I thought that was because of a pallet density bug to do with 2v8. But it was confirmed that these pallets were intentional, just to be scattered around and just, you know, mass pallets. And I just thought that was a bug that they were working at, and I'm just so surprised because there's so many pallets now. It's like every 5 steps you take, there's a pallet. Like, goddamn, man, there's only so much a trapper can play. You know, I play a bit of trapper. So yeah. But yeah, no, too many pallets. Just, ugh. So yeah, like I said, back to like perks and stuff. There are so many generator speed perks. There are so many second chance perks in the game that I hate because it's just you're fighting perks. I'm gonna not quote, but I'm gonna say what other killer mains have said. There's so many second chance perks. There's just so many of them where survivors can just get off scot free for the sake of it, and you're not even fighting players. You're fighting perks now, and it's just absolutely bullshit, man. So, like I said, on top of that, you have base kit stuff. You have perks like fast track. Like, I mean, fast track's still broken, man. Like, permanent progression on a generator is insane. And the old fast track, which, you know, thankfully got changed a little bit, but it's still broken. Like, what are the devs smoking? Like the fact that developers, even with the old PCBs, like who remembers with the old PCBs in DBD where it's like, oh, if you tunnel out a survivor, all generators get blocked and they get bonus repair speed, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. Like the fact that they wanted to bring those to the PCB in the first place already shows the developer's intent for the game, which nobody. I mean, yeah, people have talked about, but like nobody's brought up the intention of it, which is what I hate. And they're trying to just slide more survivor side stuff into the games. Now, here's the thing, right? Harder times create stronger men. Weaker times create weaker people. You know, like easier times create weaker men. Harder times create stronger men. The survivors are getting worse and worse because of these perks, which leads to killers getting better and better. Which therefore leads to more kills because the survivors aren't as good because of the second chance perks that they're relying on, which therefore results in more killers killing. And therefore, perks will get buffed on survivor side, and anyone who plays the game casually like I do now just gets absolutely thrown in the dust. Because it's like, well, sorry, we're not the top 1% of the killer roster right now. We're not a Kaneki, Blight main. We don't main those guys. Like, I play Trapper, for God's sake. You know, I play Henry Vecna, who's like a B tier. You know, like, I play those guys. We get thrown away in the dust while all these, you know, survivors get all these perks, right? It's just unfair. It's like the way the behavior is balancing the game is a party couch co-op game for the survivors and a competitive game for the killers. Now, here's the thing, right? I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike recently, which, believe me, if you're getting Dead by Daylight cynical fatigue like I am, play something like Counter-Strike. You'll feel so much better for an actually balanced game. I actually completely forgot what I was about to say. I had to pause the recording for like a solid like minute because I forgot what I was saying mid-rant. But basically, yeah, the survivors are just too powerful. The power roll in a game is just being bullied a lot. Now, I know that not every match that we go through is going to be a Swift or com survivors sweat fest, but it feels like that when you're versing survivors with a lot of perks. Now, I get it. I've been in low MMR solo queue survivor. It kind of sucks from time to time, but I don't know. Oh, that's right. I remember what I was going to say now. The developers for Dead by Daylight need to properly balance the game accordingly, like consistently. Like you can't have one side be balanced like it's a competitive game, and the other side balanced like it's a casual game. Like that's not fair, and that's not how it should work. If you want to balance it like a casual couch play game, you balance the killers that way as well. So it's more casual. If you want to balance it to be competitive, you balance both sides, not just killers to be, oh, you get 5% extra aggression or some haste around a completed generator at the corner of the map, while the survivors get deliverance, they get sprint burst, dead hard, decisive strike, literally everything. Anyway, that's just a lot of disgusting stuff over there, and I feel like they're not going to, but if you really had to change some more powerful perks, make them boons, please. Like, imagine Sprint Burst as a boon. Like, you have to set up the totem, and then you have your activation. That'd be a lot more balanced, because the boon can easily be snuffed out. It's not a guarantee that you'll get value out of it every game. Same with Live, or, the Full Landing perk or whatever. I don't know. Something like that. Stuff that makes it less crutches and more that you have to work for. Anyway, enough of talking about retarded survivor perks. Play while you wait. That is an interesting thing that they added in for 1v4. 2v8 I could understand because killer times were 30 minutes, right? It was 30 minutes and it was a more casual mode. As horrendously balanced as 2v8 was, it made sense to have play while you wait. I heavily disagree with play while you wait in 1v4. Now, that being said, killer times have jumped up. They have jumped up, and they will continuously jump up with the new killer being released up, but I'll get to that later. The implication that you place around a survivor than play around a killer puts less value on the survivor game in general. It makes it so that, if I suicide in a corner, I'll get out of this match and I'll get to my actual match, which is not the mentality you want people to go in. Oh my god, my fucking headphone keeps turning off. Sorry. It's not the mentality that you want these people to go through when you're playing a game such as this. Like, if you lose a person at the start of a match that gives up and suicides on hook, it's a 3v1, which drastically changes the game to be more in killer's favor, right? How is it fun and how is it fair if, say, I want to play Survivor for once, right? I want to get a low MMR Survivor queue. I queue in with two people that have play while you wait on, and they don't really want to play the game. They don't take it seriously. They don't do anything, right? They miss a pallet swing or a pallet drop. They go down, and then they just DC on hook because they can get the abandon. And then they go to their next killer match. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do there? Why is the game not balanced around that? Sorry, not balanced around it, but why do you have that with play while you wait? It just makes the survivor role, when you do want to play it as like a filler match, not be as impactful. When I personally think every match at DBD should be impactful. You know, it doesn't make sense. It puts less value on the survivor match to get to the killer match, which then gets gen rushed down in 3 minutes. Thanks, 5-minute queue. Yeah. Now, another thing on that, if everyone uses play while you wait, nobody gets any of the benefits. Like, say you have a 10-minute killer queue, which is not unusual in the Australia region. You know, on a slightly less populated night, you get a 10-minute queue. On a more populated night, you get a 4-5-minute queue. Everyone just play where you wait as killer, right? Firstly, yeah, survivor, game, whatever. But then everyone gets back into the killer queue, and then, oh, wow, you have, 30-odd killers now waiting to get into a game. We all still gotta wait. And that's the thing, I hate waiting. I just want to get into a match, play a new build, play another build, play Trapper, do whatever. I don't want to wait. I'm sick of waiting for a game that can be over in 2 minutes. I don't want to wait for an 8-minute game. I don't want to wait 8 minutes to find a Twitch Swift that'll just teabag me at the exit gates because they're on comms, they've got the meta perks, and end the game in 2 minutes. I don't want to deal with that. Now, granted, play a different game if you have to, but Dead by Daylight is unfortunately a one-of-a-kind game where, you have, like, other ASIMs, like Evolve, which is dead, which I'm going to do a rant on Evolve one day because it's an amazing game, even if it's dead. You have, Roblox games like Bite by Night, which I'm going to be real, it's not that, okay, the game that the developers of Bite by Night made is technically impressive in the Roblox engine. However, the game itself is really easy to win, as both sides. It's kind of retardedly easy. Like, you can just loop a fence in the forest. You can loop the double stack shelves in the office. It's really retardedly easy. And killer, it's just whatever. Hitbox, whatever. I'm getting off track here. The point is, there are different games, but they don't do what Dead by Daylight tries to do as well with the notoriety of the roster that it has. And it's just nothing else will actually ever stand up to DBD, which is an unfortunate thing, because I think that there should be some form of, not challenge, but competition with Dead by Daylight. Because when you have competition with something, whether it's like supermarkets, gaming industries, anything, competition keeps each other in check. It ensures quality and quantity of a product are well supplied, or otherwise they'll lose competition and lose money. Dead by Daylight doesn't really have competition, so they can get away with blah, blah, whatever, which is not cool. Anyway, we're going back to play while we wait. I'm going on so many side tangents today. But, like I said, play while you wait doesn't really solve anything because everyone's going to be in the play while you wait queue, which means everyone's going to be waiting more. And, survivor matches are going to be sped ran because who wants to play a survivor match when you're a killer main? Not me. I just wait out the queue while I tab out. It's like something needs to change here. And nothing's going to change. Let's be real here. Speaking of not changing, the 13-hour stream dilemma for Jason Voorhees. Wow, that was a clusterfuck. Wow. I was lucky enough as an Australian citizen to be able to watch the entire stream from 11 a.m. to whatever p.m., right? I tabbed in and out once in a while because I thought nothing was going to change. And then the reveal of Jason Voorhees happened, and then they privated the stream. I hope that Jason is just going to be an actually good killer, though knowing behavior is probably not going to happen. Make him immune to pallet stuns, make him immune to everything, make him unrelenting, just walk through everything, kill the survivors, please. Whatever. Anyway, when you introduce a new killer, the thing that I hate, and what's so monstered about Dead by Daylight, is that when you introduce a new killer, I have to worry as a killer main because the killer queues are going to be absolutely flooded. And it's going to bring the killer queue times up to like 15 minutes. It happened with Vecna when he got released. It's going to happen when Jason gets released. It's going to happen when the new angelic creature is going to get released. Like I said, I don't want to play survival. I play Dead by Daylight to play killer. I want to kill things as killer, which we get teabagged over. I want to do that, not play dainty survivor, run around, repair gens. I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Thank you. When a new killer gets released, the killer queue times are going to go up, and it's going to suck for 2 weeks. It's like having 2v8 there, you know. It's like having 2v8. It's going to suck. You know, I got no words for it. It's going to suck when he releases. Anyway, thanks for listening to my ultra completely cohesive 100% well thought, put together on the fly DVD rant video. I'm gonna go back to uploading more rants now on the rant channel. So yeah, thank you for listening and goodbye. Alright, I just finished recording those 2 matches for the video, and oh my god, survivors, just leave the game if you've won. Don't stay around. Leave. Like, I was genuinely so pissed at the end of that round that the survivors stuck around instead of leaving. Just bang a little tambourine. It's like, Jesus, just leave, people. It's almost as bad as abandoning at the second down, or abandoning when you reach the second hook stage, or abandoning in general when the game doesn't go your way. Like, Jesus Christ, people, leave. It's just so annoying. Like, I can't play the game without running quad slowdown. Like, I'm so arse cheeks at this game right now, mainly because I haven't played in a good while properly. But like, oh my goodness gracious, those matches were not fun to play. Oh my god, they were not fun at all. I wanted to get out of there. Like, I played even my one-trick hair Tuftmeyers, like, as you're seeing in this, in this gameplay now. It's so annoying. Just leave. Get the game, please. Leave. Leave if you won. Don't hang around and bang your little tambourine like it's a ritual. Jesus Christ, what do you think Moris were introduced? Or at least, last hook Moris. Oh my god, anyway, properly goodbye now. God.